from us. And I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it, dancing.
Hey guys, what's cracking? We are back today and we're going to be looking at Celesteela in our Generation 7 competitive analysis videos. Celesteela is a Pokemon that is taking the meta by storm right now, and for very good reason. So we're going to be looking at today at just what goes into making Celesteela such a great Pokemon, maybe where its problems lie as far as what it can't do very well, so on and so forth. So right off the bat, you see Celesteela has the very coveted Steel Flying type that is shared with Pokemon like Skarmory. The Steel Flying type, what's so great about it is that it gives you only 2 weaknesses and a really good boatload of resistances. It's only weak to Fire and Electric, and that's why Skarmory has been able to excel. For other reasons, Skarmory's move pool is also very helpful, but Celesteela differs a little bit from Skarmory as far as role because of how its move pool functions. And how its stats function, while its typing lends them both to be very excellent defense Pokemon. But you're going to see this 97 HP, 101 attack, 103 defense, 107 special attack, 101 def, and 61 speed. Obviously, that speed stat stands out as very mediocre. It does speed tie with things like Tyranitar, I guess, but most of the roles that Celesteela fills on a team aren't going to involve it being fast anyways, so that's really fine. The speed stat doesn't hold it back from doing what it wants to do. What you're going to see beyond that, though, is just rock-solid bulk, good mixed attacking stats, just very, very diverse, because all the stats are very even beyond that point. And that lends it to do a lot of other stuff that we're going to talk about in the next slide, but finally, its ability is Beast Boost. This is the ability shared by all the Ultra Beasts. Celesteela is a Pokemon that can definitely make use of it, although not as well as some of the others. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. It's not as offensively oriented as things like Xurkitree or Kartana, for example, but it is definitely still a Pokemon that can make use of its attacks. So first up, we have the fact that it is incredibly versatile as far as what it can run offensively and defensively. When I say that, I mean, like you saw in the previous slide, how even I think it has, what, a 101 attack stat and like a 107 special attack stat. Just very even, very diverse. It also has an offensive move pool to work with. But it also does have that formidable bulk and typing, so it can definitely stomach hits. However, where Celesteela kind of starts to fall short is that its speed tier and then its move pool hold it back from being completely excellent at any one role. Celesteela's only reliable form of recovery is going to be Leech Seed. And Leech Seed is not a reliable form of recovery, that goes without saying. So it does get worn down throughout a match. So you kind of have to rely on its bulk exclusively, which is why it has to a lot of times allocate its EVs into Spidef or defense rather than going offensively like it potentially could. And when it comes to offensive sets, that's kind of what holds it back defensively. And when it comes to offensively, its speed tier is definitely what starts to hold it back if you try to run it that way. Not that it can't run a pretty great like band or spec set, it definitely can. It does have a pretty cool physical move pool with moves such as Earthquake to hit Magnezone that might want to trap you. But while it can run those really cool sets, like it is a little limited because of its speed tier, just 61 speed, and then just doesn't let it outspeed and outpace offensive teams like it might want to if it's running an offensive set. Finally, it fits best on teams looking for a bulk and a reliable sponge or tank. So basically, as you can see with Celesteela, it really functions more of a tank role rather than necessarily a wall. It is a great, it is great as a defensive Pokemon, but it's really the kind of Pokemon that will come in, take a hit, and then dish out a little bit of damage or chip damage or get off a Leech Seed and try to recover back its health. Something along those lines, if you start to see what I'm saying. But don't let the fact that it doesn't have the greatest recovery hold you back from using this Pokemon at all. It is currently one of the metagame defining Pokemon of Generation 7 thus far. Just the ability to have this kind of bulk with the Steel Flying typing, which is so fantastic, really makes it just incredibly formidable. And the fact that it isn't offensively deadweight whatsoever is really impressive. Like it's just really the full package. It didn't need its speed anyways, so it's definitely going to be a high value Pokemon in OU. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, leave a comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. It is always very appreciated, and we're going to be continuing to upload these videos. I will try as consistently as possible. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Krakenation out. I don't have a dragon immunity. All I have is a Scavalier, which means that what that means is a Scavalier isn't what I can go into here, because I couldn't go into Scavalier there because. Alright, so good thing I clicked the Zen.